All right, we're on the air. Testing, 1, 2. Can you hear us out there? All right, let's do it, Joe. Let it rip. All right, folks, we're here with at the HQ with the wonderfully talented Ben Kenney. Everybody say hello. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Tell me, Talia. Can you hear us? Give us yes. It's on. We hear you. Ben,
hello.
Say something.
Hi, everybody.
Talk in the microphone, Ben, just like at the show.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Can everybody hear Ben?
How you guys doing?
All right, we're ready to roll then. Okay. We've got some questions here from the internet. So we're going to start at the top. Clarissa from Sao Paulo, Brazil, asked Ben, I know that you play different instruments, Ben. Can you tell us about how you end up playing so many? Curiosity, experimentations, etc. And can you name one instrument that you eagerly dream to play?
Oh, well, hi, Clarissa. How did I end up playing so many instruments? I guess it was just a matter of opportunity. You know, I had the chance to play a lot of instruments. My parents were very supportive of us kids having different instruments. We had a drum set, we had guitars and a piano and stuff, and it was just cool. In my family, that was the thing that was very welcome and encouraged. You know, so that was always fun. As far as something I dream to play, I don't know. I'm not very good at piano, and I really wish I was. So maybe that, someday, maybe. I don't know. Can't speak properly. What is this? I see stuff on the screen.
Oh, don't be reading that.
Oh, yeah, I'm cheating.
It goes too fast, Ben. Trust me. Somebody, I will tell you what somebody's saying. Oderle Castellini says, "My God, you have a lovely beard."
Oh, well, thank you.
There you have it. So
I'm working on it.
Did we answer that first question?
Yeah.
All right. Penny Lane from Germany. Guten Morgen is actually not Morgan now, but that's all I know.
Guten Nacht.
Guten Nacht. Okay, beautiful. Penny Lane from Germany wants to know, and this is a question that gets asked a lot, will you ever play before an Incubus show as an opening act, or do you want to keep it separated? Good question. Ben?
Well, I mean, it all depends. Are people going to boo me off the stage? Are people going to, No, I do it. I'm into it. Let's do it. Where are you at? Germany? Let's do it in Germany. I'm down. I just want to play music. I haven't played music in so long. They got to let me out the house and play some music. Please.
Yeah. I think it would be great to make it nice and easy. We should do that sometime, Ben. You got my vote on that. Not that I have any vote in that, but you have mine if it comes down to that. Great. Okay. Next question. Kevin Vince Cruz from NoHo. Is that North Hollywood?
North Houston?
North Houston?
North Hollywood. North Hollywood. Okay. All right.
Local.
That's kind of a silly question, Kev, but we'll answer it anyway. How much can you bench press, Ben?
I can do, maybe I can get maybe 3 or 4 times.
No, I think it was actually how much weight.
Oh, I don't bench press weight. I only lift what I can eat, and that usually is a little bit, so not much.
Ben's afraid to get too close to me, but I'm going to pull him in just
Okay.
a little bit. Okay. Okay, now let's ask something only slightly more serious, Ben.
All right.
They might require that you remove your hat.
Yeah.
Dustin in Austin, Texas wants to know, how often do you shave your head, and when can I pet Bapu?
Well, I shave my head. I'm starting to. Normally, I use clippers and cut my hair very low, what's left of my hair. But I've been shaving my head with a razor lately, and I enjoy it. And can you pet Bapu? I don't know. Bapu's really tricky. I mean, if you can catch Bapu, you can pet Bapu, but it's tricky to catch Bapu. Bapu's my cat. That's my.
Oh, Bapu's your cat. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
my partner in crime.
It's not
All right, great. All right, good. So now we've covered Bapu. Okay, let's go to, I love this name, Jimmy Moon in Glenville, Illinois. Did you answer already what is your favorite instrument to play?
My favorite instrument to play? Hey, Jimmy, that changes from day to day, and that usually depends on what instrument I'm not playing. So if I am playing bass, I'm looking at Jose like, yo, let me get on the drums. If I'm playing drums, I'd be looking at whoever was on guitar like, hey, let me get on some guitar. Whatever I'm not doing is what I want. The grass is always greener somewhere else.
All right, Jimmy, hopefully that answers your question, Jimmy. And I have a question for you, Jimmy. Is that your real name? Awesome, Jimmy Moon. Jimmy, if his middle name was Jimmy Over the Moon. or something.
Or middle name was Keith.
Or Jimmy Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Even better. See, that's why Ben's a musician and I'm the hack manager here. All right, next, let's go down to South America, where we had some fun times down there.
Yes.
We had a couple nice cigars down at that hotel in Venezuela, I recall.
Yes, we did.
Didn't we do that?
Yeah, we stretched out down there.
We did. Andrea Piñado in Venezuela asks, what has been your worst, funniest, and weirdest experience with fans or in general while giving a concert?
Worst, I don't really remember anything specifically, but I know there's been a few times where I felt sick on stage, and like, you know, I was just waiting to like run off the stage and go to the bathroom. I've been very sick on stage a few times, but I try to push through. Funniest with fans, I mean, so many things have happened over the past couple years, and it all kind of blurs into one thing. What was the third thing? It was worst, funniest, and
the weirdest experience.
Weirdest. Every once in a while, I'll bump into somebody and they'll be a little creepy, like asking me where I live and stuff, and that's always pretty weird. Feels pretty weird to me, so I try to avoid that when I can.
All right, cool. All right, here's one that, again, you know, what I've noticed, Ben, is lots of folks are interested in the technical side of what you guys do musically. So there's a gentleman by the name of Alan Price in Cardiff, UK.
Okay. Is that him on the phone?
That might be Jimmy or Alan on the phone. We're gonna have to call you back, Alan. Okay.
All right.
Who knows? Maybe that's Sony calling me.
It's probably my mom. She doesn't let me do anything.
Please let us do anything. So anyway, Alan Price wants to know, can you tell us a little bit about your home studio setup? Do you play any other instruments? Well, let's start with, tell us a little bit about your home studio setup.
Okay, at home, I record on a computer. I don't use tape because it's too expensive and too much of a headache. I have like an Apple Tower computer, and I use some Apogee converters, a whole bunch. I have a whole bunch of preamps and microphones that I've collected over the years, and I've kind of been adding pieces to my little studio since probably about 1999. So I have a lot of equipment, and I have enough equipment that it is like a real functioning studio in my house, in like a bedroom that kind of goes into the living room. So you come over to my house and there's a drum set where there should be a couch. And I have all the stuff there. It's just a home instead of a, you know, standalone studio.
Okay, great. Here's another question from Alan, kind of a follow-up question. This is, I guess, asking both the artist and the president of your label. Why wasn't Get Time on Burn the Tapes, and will you be releasing any other B-sides or unused tracks in the future before your next solo album?
Well, a lot of people ask about Get Time. What happened, I made the record, and I had that song in right before Worlds Collide was on the record, and every time I heard it, it bummed me out. So I liked the song, I just didn't like it in the record like that. So I took it out the record, and I felt with it out of the record felt like it felt like it ended too soon in a good way, like I wanted more. With it in the record, it felt like the record just kind of overstayed its welcome and was the guy that stays at the party too long, and you like got to kick him out. So yeah, other B-sides, yeah, if I dig them up, I mean, I have a lot of music, so you know, I'm gonna try to leak it out, I think, maybe.
All right, good. Hopefully that answers your question there, Alan. So now we're going to go back to good old USA, back in your old neck of the woods. Ben, do you know where Ringwood, New Jersey is?
Ringwood, it's definitely not my region. It's either south or north, and I think it's South Jersey. I think.
So you wouldn't know Matt Parker, but Matt Parker wants to know, who's from Ringwood, New Jersey, wants to know, would you say, Ben, that there is one genre of music that affects your bass playing style more than another, be it metal, folk, or whatever?
One genre. Actually, yeah, R&B. R&B stuff from old school to new school is where the bass moves me the most, because that's where the bass kind of gets the most shine, the most time up front, and I love that stuff. I love old James Jamerson and the old Motown records, and even newer stuff where, you know, like Pino Palladino playing on D'Angelo's records, and that Raphael Sadiq, you know, I love that. So R&B, that's where the bass is at.
Good stuff. Linda B. You met Linda Bow.
Linda, from Canada.
From Canada.
What's up, Linda?
Alberta, who is a friend of ours for a long time. She's actually Duke's secret little Asian fantasy girl. I have proof of that. Linda stopped by the office here once, and she knows the rest of that story. So I won't embarrass her any further. I'll just ask the question. What do you consider to be your proudest accomplishment, Ben? I presume that's in the music space, but it could be something else, I suppose.
That's one of those things that probably would change from day to day. But I can say today that the fact that we finished this new Incubus record is the illest, because to me it means we're still going and the best is yet to come kind of stuff. Like, the last thing I do is usually the thing I'm most proud of. Otherwise, I don't want anybody to hear about it, and you'll never hear about it. So that's it.
All right. Okay. Let's try another question here. Jeff Burgess, Tampa, Florida. Love Florida.
Hey, Jeff.
As a bass player, Ben, you were one of my biggest influences, and I was curious, what type of basses did you use on the new album? Also, did you play mainly finger style, pick style, slap style, etc.?
Okay. Okay, Jeff. On the new record, I played some songs with a pick, some songs with fingers. I didn't do any slapping on this record. It's mainly, it's one of the two things, either pick or fingers, and it's probably split about 50-50. And the basses I used a Lakeland Bob Glob a lot with round wound strings to kind of get a grindy sound. And I used a Lakeland Joe Osborne, which